He's controversial. People love him, hate him. People agree, disagree. People think he's a fraud. People think he's a genius. He's like God. Depending the church is going to be the followers. Elon Musk. Elba, why are you laughing?
Because you had a great example here. It's true. It's like a God. It's going to depend on the followers you want to be. So I agree with it. Yes, it's true.
Let's follow Elon Musk's religion and church, whatever he says. Let's go to the show. Like we said in the beginning, we don't disagree that he's one of the most controversial people right now, but it's not our job to be analyzing what he's doing or what he's not doing. Our job here is to tell you why he's doing it and how, if we need to work with him, we will be approaching him. There's so many videos, and most of the videos are completely edited. And the truth to be told, we were thinking with Elba to analyze the text on the Twitters, but I don't believe that he does his own Twitter. If we are a small, insignificant company and we don't do our own publications and writing of the media, I don't think he's doing it either, Elba.
No, I don't think so too. So I think everything is too edited. So we go to the things that it's out there, his face.
Yeah, so the only thing cannot be misleading you is the face of a person. Today, videos are editing, you have copywriters, you have people doing things for you, but nobody can do your face. So let's go to read Elon Musk's timeline and tell you how he started and how he ended up what he is. And again, I saw so many videos. We saw so many videos with Elba about the controversy. He actually wasn't the co-founder of Tesla or PayPal, that he was sued. Like, we don't care. Let's go to the face.
Let's go.
We love this phrase by Elon Musk. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change in the alternative, if the alternative is disaster. I think humans, we are propense to be averse to change. And don't get me wrong, if it's don't broke it, don't fix it. I have an aversion to changes, but we have done it so many times in the company. You know what? And it's easy to criticize when you are a spectator, but you're not on the position. I read only one thing that I think was amazing this weekend. Says Elon Musk fires 75% of his employees, and Twitter is working better than before. Not always a huge, big company, meaning that it's going to be working better. We are a small company. When actually we reduce the amount of people, we become more productive.
Yeah, I agree with it, because you know what? Sometimes, first of all, people, even me too, because sometimes the change is like, no, wait a minute, just keep going with the road. Don't change it. But you know what? When you see yourself and when you see things that you are like in the low position, you are like, you know what? I need to change. And that's when the things are going wrong, and the worst part, you have the strength to go and change things. And I agree with it.
Small companies have the chance to change faster and adapt faster. And if it's not, when you have a huge company, you need a leader who is strong and
make the change.
And being a leader, being the CEO, be the head of a company is not easy. Sometimes you need to make decisions for the well-being of the company, and sometimes the well-being of the company is not the well-being of the employees.
Yes, and I agree with it, because sometimes it's like, okay, I agree with it. Don't get me wrong. I know that people needs the work and things like that. But when you're on a CEO, when you're in the high position, you need to look for the good of the company. And you need to put the feelings and the emotions in one part and do what you need to do in order to keep the company.
There we go. Again, there is not a opinion specifically in Twitter. It's an opinion in general. But anyway, was one of the comments like, ooh, actually it's true. Okay, let's go to the face of this man. But first of all, let's talk about a little about where he's coming from and the timeline. We're not going to have a video. We're just going to read what happened with him. Actually, he's only 6 months older than I am, and I haven't conquered even half of the things he have conquered. He was born on June 28, 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa. At the age of 12, he sold his first code for a basic video game, Ballastar, for $500. He studied business and physics at the University of Pennsylvania. In 1999, he sold SIP2 to Compaq for $307 million. No bad outcome. In 1999, he co-founded XCOM. 1 year later, he merged with Confinity and changed it to the name of PayPal. In 2002, PayPal was acquired by eBay for $1.5 million. At this point, he have like, I don't know, too much money.
I love a million there.
Too many zeros. In 2002, he found SpaceX. In 2024, he joined Tesla board of director. In 2007, he became the CEO. In 2016, he co-founded Neuralink. And I want to make a pause. This is what is supposed to be like the Matrix. As soon as this dude really make Neuralink work, I'm going to be the best guinea pig to do it.
Me too.
It's so many things that I want to learn and not enough time to do it. If this dude really can get the Matrix working, I have a list of people that I want to suck their brains like in 5 minutes. Please count me on. You?
Yes, you know what? I was reading about this company, and it will be great how you can fusion the brain and the AI. Wow, it was going to be crazy. And you know what? I want to be the first to go there. Yes.
Actually, we have a couple of articles about Elon Musk that we're going to put the link below. And one of the most watched shows was Elon Musk and Amber Heard. So all the links about the articles and things that we did, they're going to be below. In 2021, he was recognized as the wealthiest man on the world with a net worth of $189.2 billion with B dollars. In 2022, he acquired Twitter for $44 million. And let's see what happened with that.
Yes.
So we have this new class that it's amazing. It's been long in the making, but it starts in December 12. You feel you are being manipulated? Well, if you feel that, come to learn how that works, how to contrast. We talk with victims, victimizers, experts, psychologists, and FBI, CIA, you name it. Every scandal and scam out there, we cover it. And the best part, we have the stories about the people behind. Most classes tell you, most books tell you about the studies, but they don't tell you how real humans has suffered from this, and how can happen to you, can happen to everyone. And best of all, how to make a shield against this. Now, will there be a change in his face? Yeah, it will. Okay, first of all, where are you going to start? Even he looked nice in this picture when he was 21.
Nice.
He like approachable.
Yes, he looked approachable. And okay, I'm going to start with the ears because I like the ears. So we have two different ears here. In his business side, he tend to be a person that go outside of the box. Mm-hmm. He is the one that have a lot of projects in his mind and things, and we have been seeing it. We have been seeing it because things that no one else have the idea, he's the first putting the idea out there. But in his personal side, he tend to be more like, okay, you know what? Let's go for the tradition. Let's go for the things that it needs to be. Even though it's not 100%, because sometimes he can get outside of the box, but he tend to be more like, you know what? Let's go for by the book. So that's the part. And in both sides, if you see it, the personal side, the personal side, he tend to gather the information faster than his business side. Even though he tend to do he needs to listen fast, but he takes a little more time to incorporate the information.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up eyebrows, but before that, actually, everybody have their own bias. Mine's are eyebrows and eyes. That's the reason I cover it so much. Not in the new image that we have in the company, but I still try to cover my eyes. So one of the things is actually his ears are coherent with his evolution during since the beginning. He's traditional. He want to get married. He want to have kids. And actually he says that he's going to have so many kids that he's going to repopulate Mars. Oh, he's going to be doing all the population in Mars. And we haven't finished yet. We don't know. One of the things that I realized with Elon Musk, he grows older, but his girlfriends are on the same age. And it still on debate if Amber Heard baby is not his, because they froze the embryos. They didn't froze the eggs and the sperm separated. They froze the embryos. So we don't know if she implanted one, even though he asked to destroy it. So those are the legal things that we're never going to know. But how many kids he have? 12? Beside the one he lost 12, with the first 12, wife?
Yes, because with the first one, he has 6. Just with the first one.
Yeah. And he lost the first one, and I don't know how a person, again, we're going to say it again, I don't know a person can recover for that. But he's traditional. He want a extended big family. I cannot imagine his Thanksgiving. How big was the table?
Oh, I know.
He lives in a tiny house. He lives in a tiny house.
Yeah, he lives in a tiny house. So yeah. So no. But yeah, you know what? That's true, because he wants to get married. Every time that he start a relationship with a girl, and it's like the formal girl and things, he wants to be like, I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want to have this. The stereotype of being a guy for him, it's like, okay, I want to get married, have kids, and have a family.
So why Elba is so fascinated with ears is because it's the intake information and the process information with eyebrows. We always says one of the reasons we like so much the 10 features in 10 days beside the challenge we have in face reading is because the features that we put there is can help you to establish a relationship. If you're looking for a person who think outside the box, but is traditional in the personal life, you can have both. There's nothing wrong with that. Actually, is more balanced if you have a 9-to-5 person. 9 to 5 not always, because you finish at 5, but on the work side is innovator, is going outside, thinking outside the box. But when he or she come home from the work, can be an established domesticated relationship. Actually, I have the same ears that Elon Musk has.
Yes, and you know what? It's amazing. And why we start with the ears? Why I'm always look for the ears? Because it's the first step. It's your antenna. So it's just imagine this: if that person doesn't receive the information like the way that they need, how they are going to get your message, how they are going to start to knowing what you want to say. So that's why I'm so interested about the ears, because it's the first step. It's the antenna. It's how you intake the information and then you put it in the processor. So it's crazy.
And his earlobes telling us that something that never changed was his pragmatism. So that's the reason if we have 2 rules. I was reading a book this weekend and it says, we need to talk to others, how we need to be talked. That is the most important, the golden rule. Nah, run. We need to stop with the nonsense of the golden rule. What is the rule they need to work? Elba, I'm sorry, you were sipping a coffee.
No, don't worry. We need to talk others as the way they need to. It's not about you. It's about the other person.
No, the rule of communication is talk to others how they need to receive information. And the only way you can find that in 2 seconds, I jump in a video, I watch for the ears. Even though when you're wearing headphones, we have done that with Richard Harris in our webinar. You can take a look on our website, humanbehaviorlab.com, go to school or classes, and you're going to see a video we did with Richard Harris. And now we're going to do next month a webinar, how to do emotional contract, respect contract, where we're going to talk we're going to show real examples how you need to proceed and how fast you're going to be reading people and how you interact. Again, how you need to receive. That's the big antenna, the Dumbo antenna. Yes. And another thing is you can have small, big, high, low, stick,
Stick out.
half a stick, diplomatic. Is so many things you can read from the ears. Actually, if you don't see the ears, you can see it from the way the glasses are hanging.
Glasses.
It's great when people wearing glasses, people freaked out like, no. When they're wearing glasses and women tend to cover their ears, you're going to see most women cover their ears when they don't like them. They tend to be high, big, and stick out. They're amazing. So anything else about the ears?
Oh, because I have 2 more features there.
I know. So small ears, a pragmatical, visual, process information really fast, business side, extremely
outside of the
forward
box.
thinking, outside the box, personal life, domesticated cat. Good to go. Eyebrows. Now, that is what the combination and the trilogy start driving crazy people and to understand. He have a low proxemic, but I would say it's not the lowest he have at that point when he was 21. Older, his proxemic go lower and lower and lower. He was like, for a man who is in tech, and he's a kind of introvert. I think he was evolving as an ambivert because the proxemic is medium high compared to his face. So he want data. 1, 2, 3. Don't talk about emotions. Actually, I hear a video. I don't know if it's true. I'm replying what I hear. It's not our quote. It's not either Elba Moises' opinion, nor the company. That apparently when his first wife, when they lost the baby a couple of weeks after the baby was born, he told the wife, stop whining. Let's move forward. Stop being the center of attention. Let's move forward. That is a classic approach with a pragmatic, that we saw that in the ears and the shape of the eyebrows. Let's go forward. Let's move on. We're not going to stick with the situation. Don't tell me the story. Don't tell me why. Tell me how you're going to fix it. I don't care where you're coming from. I don't care how you're feeling. We need to move forward. And his personal eyebrows, he have a symbolism that you have 2 eyebrows in one. In his business side, he's straightforward. In his personal side, he's more curious than his business, and it's something like how that reflect on his personality. And I start thinking about other people that I know, and guess what? You have one of those eyebrows. You gather information, you synthesize information in order to incorporate it and decide how you make it. And actually make more sense that kind of eyebrows is on his personal side. Why? Because he feel the information and he decide how to apply it. If he would have that eyebrows on the business side, that is the left side of your screen, it wouldn't be the same because he wouldn't apply it to his personal. Because that gathering information, I have pointy eyebrows. So this is a mix between pointy eyebrows and straight eyebrows. I have pointy eyebrows, Elba has straight eyebrows. And the reason we work together so good is because I'm going all over the place, overwhelming. And Elba says, Susan, land the plane, done. We need to move forward. That 1, 2, 3. So sometimes it says, Elba, this is what we're going to be talking. You do the presentation because I do know it's never going to end. So he has that both in his personal life. He's going to be gathering information, but he have the gift, at least at the age of 21, to grab that information, gather it, disseminate that information, and decide where he's going to put it in his business or in his personal life. Elba?
Yes, and you know what? We talk about it. It's like when you have an straight eyebrows, it's not that you don't have feelings. You have it. But in order to keep the things working, you need to put it aside. And you need to be like, you know what? I need to be cold. I need to make a decision here. So what is the best thing for the company? What is the best thing for the circumstance? Not from my feelings or other people's feelings. It's a way to keep, it's not that they don't have the feelings. It's like let's move on. Let's move forward. Let's do what we need to do. And sometimes it's how do you say, collateral damage?
Yeah.
That it happens.
Another thing he have in his personal eyebrows, he have an interruption of relationships. When people cut the eyebrows, you need to be really careful because eyebrows are the thread of thoughts and the GPS to your brain. If you cut for any reason, naturally or artificially, the thread of thoughts, that's meaning that your personal relationship, they're going to stop. And that happened with him. Go to a point,
Yeah.
stop next, stop next, stop next. And I
And
don't
he
think
have been
it
doing
changed
like
it.
that.
Mhm.
And you know what? We in this show, we don't keep we don't concentrate with his relationships because we already talk about it, and you have the video so you can see it. But that's what happened with him. So he had been like, okay, I have my relationship, my family time and things, but in this point, like, he cut it, and he needs to start all over again.
And when we talk about sons 1, 2, and 3, thinking, feeling, and doing, he think, I would say the 70% of his thoughts happen
thinking.
on thinking. He gonna think, people think that he's impulsive, but actually, let me tell you something with the sons of the face. All his train of thought happen inside his head. This is the misunderstanding on to be spontaneous and rush into things. He doesn't rush. He goes through things until it makes sense to him. When it makes sense to him, he exteriorizes those things. And again, it's a misunderstanding to thinking that he's impulsive. He's not. Actually, I do not believe that he's impulsive. He's explosive. That is two different things.
Yes,
being impulsive and explosive and passionate and assertive and mean, there has nothing to do. He's gonna go through his head and evaluate the pros and cons, and when he's ready, he pull the trigger, and everybody like, what happened? That's the reason the news, when he come up, like, nobody expected, because nobody know what is going on. Now, when his train of thoughts is done, he go and pull the trigger without any consideration about what people is going to be feeling. And I need to say, again, I don't have the money, neither the brain that Elon Musk have, but that is my train of thoughts. Sometimes I pull the trigger on things.
Okay, put it in this way. It's like Elon Musk and you are the kind of person that you measure the things like 100 times and you cut one.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the way that I think that's the way that that's why he thought, he thinks he had a lot of things in his mind. And when he's ready, he's like, okay, this is what we're going to do. And everybody's like, okay, what's going to be? Like, what is the pros? What is the cons? This is the way that we need to go. That's it. I already have everything. This is the plan. We go with this.
And actually, he have two sons. One, he have the engineer with the visionary. It's difficult to find foreheads that can be flat and round on the same way. He have a huge, I would say 60% of his train of thoughts happen here. He's a visionary with a structure. Now, he's a doer. I would say the other 30% is a doing. Things for doing after. And what happened and how people is going to feel with the doing he does, he doesn't care.
They make coherence with his eyebrows too. You can see it. So the feelings, it's a part like he's, okay, I need to get the things done. What people feel, it's up to them. It's not for me. So yeah.
I pay you enough to go to therapy. That's what it says.
So,
it's not my problem. I pay you enough to go to therapy. Move on.
Solve your things and don't bring it to me. Just bring me the facts and the data. I don't need your feelings.
And I was reading something, and again, people will say like, oh, it's easy for you because you know about him. Let's gonna talk about in the face how we know those things make correlations. Nostrils has to do with how we take care of others and how we has been brought to life. At the age of 21, actually, his personal show is smaller. His nostril is smaller and triangular, meaning that he was deprived from love and he was a fighter. And I was reading that his dad was an abuser. I don't know if it's physical or only emotional. Sometimes emotional is worse because you cannot show the scars and people don't see the scars. But in his business side, he was more leveraged. He have more bandwidth. He have more help. He have more like a creep on his life, and actually makes sense. There were some video says that he was so wealthy that they couldn't close the safe for all the money they made, but his dad didn't give him any love. And I think that the reason he has such a strained relationship with his mom, that by the way is a nutritionist and a model, I think she's on the mid-70s, and she's still modeling.
Around, yeah, around, because they went to the Met Gala this year together.
Mhm.
He bring his
He
mom, but
adored.
yeah, that's true. And you know what? There's another thing here because okay, now
You're gonna
the
talk
mouth.
about the front tooth, no?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the mouth and the front tooth because that's
I
got
knew that.
driving me crazy.
Okay, let's be clear. Like Wilbur says, Elva and I, we do not agree what we're going to be talking.
No.
We don't see the pictures in advance. We have a team who says that's what we need. Look for the pictures, and we jump on the show. Most people need to have pre-meetings. Like no, Elva and I, we decide on Friday morning what we're going to be recording on this week. The team could put the presentation together, and Elva and I would jump like, let's go for it. Let's do it.
Yes.
No net.
Okay, let's talk about the mouth. The mouth, it's the way that we communicate things. Upper lip, it means that it's the way that we communicate our feelings, the inside. And the lower lip, it's talking about the outside world. He is the one that he doesn't talk about his feelings. He talks about how he's doing, not how he's feeling.
He doesn't have any. Like, no, such a young age, nothing. If you can look on the upper lip, it's nothing. You can barely see it. I have the big monitor. Where's the upper lips?
You cannot see it. So if you talk to him like, hi, hey, Elian, how are you feeling today? It's like, no, how I'm doing today. It's different because he's not going to talk about his feelings.
If he ever replied to you how he's doing, because such a lack of upper lip, I don't think he even gonna be talking about how he's doing. He's gonna flip. This is the kind of person like, okay, Elva, ask me how I'm doing or how I'm feeling.
Hi, Susan, how are you doing today?
Oh, great. Tell me about how was your weekend. You see what I did? I flip.
And you put the spot in me.
Mm-hmm. When you do that, you deviate, we call it the dodge the bullet personality, and I do the same. But after that, doesn't mean that I don't rampage about like, go move. But because I tell you about what happened, doesn't mean that I tell you how I feel regarding that.
Yes.
It's venting. People confuse communication with venting, or the strategy to tell you things about themselves. There actually are noise, but not communication or not information about them.
Yes, it's
different. That is the classic. Elon Musk is one of them.
Yeah, so he's not going to talk about it. So don't go there, because just go to the facts and the data, because that's what he needs. At the end of the day, that's what he needs. So, and then two more things. The teeth.
The front tooth are amazing. It's Madonna.
He's stubborn like a mule, like we said. It's like if he wants to do something, he will not going to stop until he get it. Even he go with the wall like again and again, he's going to be like, I need to do this, I'm going to do it. And he's a risk taker. So he's not, you need to he needs to buy an insurance. Why? Because he's going to do things, risky things.
No, really?
He likes, and he have been doing that for like, Why? Because he likes that adrenaline. He's the one like, okay, you know what?
He's an adrenaline junkie.
Yes. He doesn't like to be sitting and waiting for things and be like, okay, let's see what happened here. No, let's take the things and make it happen. Even though it's a risk, and even if it's a huge risk, he's going to take action. And with the stubborn, okay, you know what? If he says, do white, do it, because he's not going to stop until it's white.
And you know what? He have a round face and Energizer Bunny. That's the reason he and his brother, they were coding. They have only one computer, and they were coding and taking shift and working 7 days a week, 24/7. And that's the reason he believe in an 80-hour week. I don't know if I believe on that. I don't believe in is how many hours you work. Just get the things done. I don't care what time of the day you work in. But in his case, was like going. For him, the shift doesn't end when they say they need it to end. He has your face. And one of the reasons is, Elva, like last night, hey, Elva, we need to do this change on the presentation. Yesterday, we recorded on Monday at 8 a.m. today. and yesterday Sunday says, hey, Elba, I think it was last night last night at around 7 p.m. Like, Elba, I don't think we should change this by 11:30. Then I was sleeping because I'm an old lady. I'm in bed by 9:30, sleeping by 10. Wake up this morning at 5:30 in the morning. Like, guess what? The changes were done. It says, Elba says, okay, we're good to go. We can still record 8 a.m. That is the face that Elba and Elon Musk share. Now, something that get my attention is the shape of the chin is round.
It's round. Yeah, that was the cherry of the pie. It's round. And pay attention, because this, for me, this chin get me crazy. Because, okay, what happened with the round chin? You talk in
nice,
based in stories, nice. It's not like you get into the feeling part and things. No, you talk nice. You talk to people like in a nice way. You care about the things that, okay, let's go to a story. If he needs to explain you something when he had 21 years, he goes to the story. He goes like, okay, let's put it in this way.
He was a professional manipulator. Let's put it this way.
Oh, yes. He knows
the reason
how to manipulate. And another thing, you need the yaws here.
Yeah.
That's another thing that, okay.
He was really young. People think that this happened only when you turn 50 like me. No. I've been having this. I think I started having yaws even though when I was really, really remember skinny, like it was like skeleton skinny. I'm 5'7" and it was 120 pounds. I was like super skinny to the point they started giving me vitamins. Now they give me too much. But I was really, really skinny like 10 years ago, I think so. But I still have jaws. Actually, my jaws were looking bigger. So he had small, high ears, straight eyebrows, medium proxemic, stubborn tooth, and round chin. This is the expert, most versatile manipulator, and that's the reason he get where he get. Hard worker and know how to sell the idea. Brilliant. Anything else?
No, let's go to the next one.
And we have done like only 10% of what you can read on a face. You can read way more. Now, talking about selling things, Richard Harris from the Harris Consulting Group and myself, we have done on one of the classes that I love the most because we mix the craft of selling and face reading. So Richard talked about the craft of selling, and I come back on the back end that we record with Elba. Even though I lead in the circus, we did the circus together, and we have the students. We record the class with the students, and after each unit, we have real practice how to utilize what Richard says and the face reading. And Elba, myself, and some of the students on the class, we record, and we have open class, open office, open class, whatever you want to say it, once a month, where you can review the class and go with us. It's a 2-month class. I would say if you're in sales, you're planning to go in sales, or you want skills, we published an article last week and this week again about how many people is going to be fired, and the people who's not going to be fired are the one who have a special skill. So I would say this is one of the ways to go for it. Now, whoa, my God. What happened here? That was like 14 years later.
Yes.
You want to go for it?
Yes. I wanna start with one thing. I know it's not the years, but
only one. Only one.
You start. I'm starting. It's like,
what happened with the size of the ears? You gonna go there?
Yes. You see how the ears change in how his business side went bigger and the personal side went smaller. So what that means, it's like in his business side, he needs to he is the one that listen. He needs to listen all the information. He needs all the information in order to incorporate and process it. Now in his personal, his visual, he's like, okay, you know what? If I don't see it, I don't believe it. It's like, just go there. Just don't talk too much and just show me what you need.
Show me money.
Yes, show me the money. It's not about what I need to listen. It's just about what I need to see. But in his business, he tends to listen more. And both get higher. from
And you
his.
see how his face start elongated and how his nose get longer?
Yes. And you see the path here? That's the other thing that got my attention.
Oh, you have the culito too.
Yes.
You both have the same pad here and top of the eyes. So you not only have the pad, you have in the middle. So you have the stubbornness. I want to make it happen. I gonna get it done. But yeah,
He doesn't take a no for an answer.
no.
Never. It's like, okay, you are telling me no.
Oh, actually, he waiting for the no to prove you wrong.
That's the trigger. That's our trigger. When someone tells you no, it's like, oh, no, wait a minute. I'm going to show you that it's not a no. It's a yes. Yes.
That's what I adore you to death. That's
Yes.
what I love you to death. And I'm not saying this is only in camera, in private. Elba and I, we write love letters, and don't get it wrong. She's married. I have a partner, so nothing weird about. But we love each other, and it's amazing. And we work. And I hired you a couple of years ago because I saw the potential that you have, that you don't even knew you have. And now I'm kind of scared of you because you're going to become one of the best profilers I ever known. And I love to work with you because we pair, we share the information, we share the knowledge, we share the screen, we share absolutely everything. And I adore working with you because you have the same. As soon as it's, Elba, I don't think can be done. Like, Susan, give me one day. I'm going to show you can. Like, I love that. You need to have brain sparring. You need to have brain sparring. You cannot grow a company. You cannot grow as a person if you always have people under you. No, always hire underdogs. They're waiting to prove you wrong. Waiting to show that as soon as they have an opportunity, people go like, oh, Harvard, Berkeley, MIT, like, what about the underdogs? And everybody in our company is underdog, started by myself. And I love that.
I like that because, and I like when Susan told me like, no, this is not the way. Oh, wait. I'm going to do it. And this no is going to turn like a yes. And it's true. When you're an underdog, when you start in a place that you need to be like the stereotype and you are like hiding, and when you have the power and you empower yourself to make things happen, everything change. Everything change, even your perspective, even everything. It's crazy how you are in the last place in the chain, and when you start seeing this, you jump to the first one. Why? Because you have the strength, you have the power to do it.
Actually, the Harvard Business Review, I think, was a year and a half ago. It was the January issue, I think, was 20 to 21. January or 20 to 21. They did an amazing article about the underdog and how they show all the successful companies that we have in the last 10 to 15 years were people who were underdogs and nobody believed on them. And the worst recession in 2008 to 2010, one of the companies like Twitter, Uber, DoorDash, all these companies come up during the worst recession. So those are the underdogs. Nobody expecting you to come. It's better to be less flashy when nobody expects anything of you, because when you're ready, you come up, nobody can stop you. And Elon Musk is one of them. Now, the pat, you talk about the ears, the eyebrows, actually in his personal side, he lost the thrive for knowledge. He went directly to fuck, because I think the people is doing the research for him, and now he needs to decide what is going on or not. Actually, we have a new person on the team that the only thing she does, obviously an underdog, a female over 40, 45. Hello, we have a pattern. And the only thing she's going to be doing is research. So Elva and I, we can dedicate to the application of that. I'm going to go crazy because I cannot relinquish that part of my job. So it's going to be, and I love her because she's like, Susan, I know how you are. We have been meeting for 6 months before she started doing the research. Yeah, that's how long it took me to relinquish somebody else the research. But it's going to be great because now we're going to pull in the data. And I think that he did the same. Bring me ideas. That's the reason you have project manager and you have people coming to you. They bring you idea, they do the research for you, and you decide what is suitable or not. We having a lot of new classes. We are preparing a huge class for police and hostage negotiator. It's going to be one of the only behavioral class in the United States. We pairing for an institution. We're going to be around the United States teaching this class, meaning we're not going to have so much time to do research. So when you bring a person, that's how you grow. That's how companies work. And Elon Musk did the same. His personal and his business eyebrows are the same now. They're becoming thinner.
Yes.
I don't know if thinner was like more chameleon.
More
that you
chameleon.
cannot see it, but something changed on his personal eyebrows. Now it's even. Now you can see the hair all over the place. He's trying to get more meaningful and deepest relationship. Doesn't mean that you can accomplish that. Because in order to be successful, have it all is an epiphany that is not true.
No, you always miss something. Even people, even people's perception is like, you have everything. What else you can need? Everyone needs something else. That's
he have 12 kids, but doesn't have meaningful relationship love-wise. That's the reason he keeps the people he trusts really near to his heart.
Yes, and even in his companies, he has his friends and relatives inside his companies in a really strategic positions.
Every Batman need a Robin.
Yes.
I love that phrase. One of my students says,
yes.
Well, you and I was like, you're Batman and Robin. Like, yeah, but this Robin is not complementing. It's not a supplement. It's a complement of what we do. So actually we are yin and yang, but without yin, you don't have yang. Without night, you don't have light. And that's how we work. But yeah, every Batman needs a Robin, and he have a couple of them that are really near to him, and they're not publicly known, so nobody can steal them from them.
Nope.
Most people doesn't know, but the first report that we did in Elon Musk actually was an employee of him. Somebody on his team contact and says, I don't know how to deal with this dude. He's driving me crazy. How much money you want to give us a complete report so the team can get together? He pay us, and we did like a 4 hours report, how he is, what to do, how to do. We did a report, face reading profile, and all of the people on the team. We met privately. We flew to Florida. That's as much as we can say. We flew to Florida. We meet with the team and says, okay, that's the point. That's the pro. That's the con. How you can work with them. And actually, the team moved forward to the next step due to that meeting that we have. So that's how important. And they says, hey, since we did a report, can we publish? Like, don't use our names. Don't tell we hire you. Do whatever you want the report. You can do it anyway. And that's how the first Elon Musk report show up. Like, it was 3 or 4 years ago, no?
Yes.
Yeah, it was 1 year before the pandemic that we went to Florida. So another thing, his nose becomes longer, meaning sounds 1, 2, and 3. His sounds 2, money and emotions become longer. That's where his eyebrows become different, and his nostril become different, and his front tooth get together. And I do not think there was anything kind of equipment that you can use in your mouth, put it that way, like no bracelet, no retainers. I think that he come out less risk taker, stubborn like a mule, but less risk taker.
That was my point now, because you can see the shape of his front teeth. It's the same as he used to have. The only thing that changed is his gap between them. So
okay, I realized 35 years old is not ears like ears. Like it should be
sorry,
it
was mine. I put ears because I was thinking in the ears.
I was like, 35 years? Like, how many years this guy have? Like, yeah, for the ones who like, oh, you have a grammatical error. You know what? Judges for our knowledge, not for our grammatical errors. Elba and I were highly dyslexic. And even though we see like, why years? He have 35 years? No, he have only 2. So put it out there. We both are dyslexic. That happened. Has nothing to do. Elba and I, we can kick your ass from here to Antarctica with our knowledge. Now we're going to make grammatical errors. Count on it. Be our guest. It's going to keep happening.
Oh yeah, it's not the first time, and it's
not going to be the last one.
No. And you know what? It's funny because when I write, it's oh my god, And Rebecca told me like, yeah, I know that you're dyslexia. It's working. Yeah, I know. So
Actually, Elva and I, we have 3 times a week, we met with a coach that has saved us for so many embarrassment. Rebecca, without you, we will lost. We have an English coach and a special person who help us to write without losing our words. She doesn't write for us. We do the writing, Elva and I, and she help us. In this case, Rebecca, don't hate us. We such in a rush. We didn't check with you the writing, so don't get mad with us because she get pissed off when we don't correct things with her.
yes, sorry.
Okay, so yeah, so I was like, yeah, okay, let's
You know
acknowledge.
what? There's another thing that changed it was in his nose. He has a bowl in the tip. So
Yeah, he become Roman nose, we call it, no? The fighter.
He is the fighter, and he not star because he already is a creative guy, but he had been more creative in the things that he wants to conquer.
Yeah, and he's not going to take enough for an answer that is coherent. So let's land the plan because it has become a conversation. And by the way, for the people who complain this is a conversation, yeah, it's Elva and I having fun and just recorded for share with you. If you cannot put with that, buy a book. There's so many out there. So let's land the plan. Changing on the ears, changing on the eyebrows, changing on the zone, changing on the willingness. I would say the two most important changes are the length of the nose. He become more emotional. Second of all is the mouth turned down. He become more negative and he become more skeptical when he talk. And the shape of the chin is freaking me out.
That one.
You take it on the chin. When people says why the chin is so important, when people is rough, they can take it on the chin. My new partner, we know it like he's stubborn like a freaking mule. That's one of the reasons I adore him. He drives me crazy, and 95% of the time I want to kill him. But guess what? He had one of the biggest straight chin that I ever met, and that's the reason I like it. Take it on the chin. You can say whatever he want to him. And Elva and I, we have the same chin too. Straight, big chin. We have a thick skin, tell it whatever. And Elon Musk have the same. So explain what you mean with that.
It's like, okay, when you have, he's assertive. Plus, he is the one that he doesn't sugarcoat things. He say the thing as the way they think that they are. He doesn't care if he hurts your feelings. It's the way that he said he's not the one that is going to be like,
he lost his diplomacy talking. Before he was sugarcoating things to convince you. Now take it or leave it. Is what I say.
Like a knife. It's like a knife. He cuts and he doesn't care about it. Why? Because he needs to say things. In order to say the things, he needs to be like concrete things and say it out there. I don't care what people is going to say. This is the way it is. This is the way we need to do it, and just go for it.
Take it or leave it. He doesn't care anymore. Again, we know his personality. Now we're telling you where you can see those things. Imagine how much you can conquer if you see that. Anything else you want to wrap it up in here?
Well, let's go for the next.
So he changed the way he received information. He changed the way he processed information. He went from the 100% visual to, I would say, 60% audit and 40% visual. That is a huge change in 14 years. It's amazing, huge, big change. It's amazing how that his interpersonal relationships on his eyebrows, the proxemic is still the same. Length of the nose, his nose become longer. So meaning that he become more emotional, but more feisty. When people is emotional and the 3 zones start getting equalized, you become more volatile. Again, remember, the longest study that on the history of human behavior has been done on face reading. More than 80 years, they follow 292 people. Never done before. None of the other behaviors on the wall, University of Edinburgh, the cohort effect. Believe it or not, longest study done in asymmetry. And this is one of the faces who can show us. We didn't do the asymmetry. Oh my God, I realized we didn't do asymmetry, Elon Musk.
No.
Maybe we can do a short video.
Yeah, we did it in the first and the last. Before, yeah, we did it.
Yeah, look on the show below, but maybe we can do a small video this week for teaser. So the upper lip, still none, but he become a little more emotional on his personal. His upper lip on the personal, it's a little thicker than the business. Actually, you can have 4 mouths. Be careful, it's not only one.
Yes.
Women can get away like us, that we paint our mouth in a specific way.
And you don't know.
But actually, if you see my mouth is like, I would say 40% smaller and thinner, but we and Elba have the same, and we paint it in a specific, it's the only thing we do in our face. We paint our mouth to distract you. The lower part of the mouth become down, the chin changed a lot, and he stopped taking so much risk because the upper front tooth, they become near, but still big, still stubborn like a man. Anything else?
Let's go for the next one.
So, and this one, we have our new website, and I love it. I love the picture it took me. It took me months, if it's not weeks, if it's not months, to get it. So what we have in this website now, you can go and take a look. And we have the new section. We simplify the website, but the most important is the learning part. So you can contact us, the service, the speaking engagement, and some of the classes that we have is the Manipulation Bible, 150 years of studies, start December 12th. We have the Realtor class that I think we're going to start in January. We have the face reading 10 features in 10 days. You can find the challenge in this website if you want to know more and learn more about the classes that we have, the open classes, the practice, the homework, everything that we can offer, like the show that we're doing today, and how you can do the same. Go to humanbehaviorlab.com, and it's a miracle I didn't make any mistake. No, that's the name of our company so far. Oh my God, 51. That's my age. God, I'm getting older.
Okay.
The shape of the face is driving me crazy, and the wrinkles go for,
me too.
Those are narcissist eyebrows.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes. Okay. It's crazy how the face change. And
I'm sorry, I didn't realize. If you want, okay, let's put it before we start. There was a study done, the IG Nobel Prize was granted, was it last year or the year before? I just lost track of. Last year.
2020.
2020, 2 years ago. It was the IG Nobel Prize was granted to a group of Giacomo and another researcher from Canada, United States, about that you can determine the level of narcissism of a person based on the eyebrows. We have a special class. You can go to our humanbehaviorlab.com. You can get the class. And if you register in our newsletter, you can have the class for free. The link is below. But he went to the narcissist eyebrows. Sorry, Elon. Now we know why. Go, my dear. I could what the heck? I didn't realize that.
Yes, it's crazy how the things can change. And okay, about the ears, let's talk just about the ears. In his personal side, the ears start going lower. And what that means, he needs all the information, and he start need more information. Not just just talk. No, he started needing more the information. He probably came back with questions so he can gather all the information, and he still be like, I'm a domesticated cat with my personal side.
And it's funny, his mouth, he's pessimist on his business, but he's optimistic in his personal life.
Yes.
Something's going on there. He had met someone, or something is going on in his life. He went from really be pessimist on his personal life to be more optimistic. That the reason says you have two faces. Your personal face, and it has nothing to do with your business face. You don't have asymmetry. You're asymmetric. You don't have symmetry in your faces.
No one.
You need to learn to read faces and asymmetry. And that's what happened with human beings. Asymmetry on the faces. People start paying attention. Do the exercise that we show you. He almost have a mark of contempt in his personal life. Like, I get it. I would like to know what is going on with him.
Yeah, and you know what? There's another thing here that got my attention, and it's how much secrets he keeps. It's crazy how much things he keeps from him for his
he's a secret tomb.
Yes. So this is the one that you can tell him something and no one else is going to know what about the things that you told him.
Okay, take the ears so I don't touch it. What happened with the ears from the age 35 to 51 years old?
Now, remember that we talk in his business side, we talk about he start being like, he start listening more and things. Now, he became more visual. Now, I don't need to listen to you. Just put me the things, show me the money, and I go from there. That's it.
Yeah, Elon, start checking your cholesterol in your heart.
Yes.
I would say not only that, he have his heart broken more than once. There's certain, we're not going to talk about that because that is diagnosis more Chinese, is the Asian face reading, and it's Asian not because of the person, it's the tradition, because people are Chinese Asian, like, no, it's Asian because it's Oriental Chinese face reading, so it need to be Oriental, because you cannot say Oriental Chinese Asian. I get confused how is the proper way to say it, but you have to kind of face reading the Oriental and the Western. We do both, and in this case we're not going to do diagnostic. We know how to do it, but he had his heart broken more than once. Since it's happened on his personal side of the ear, we know it has to do with a broken heart, not with only cholesterol. But I wouldn't kill you to check your health, honey, here and there.
Both. It's nothing. It will be better if he can do it and make coherence with what we have been saying.
Yeah.
He needs a traditional way in his personal side. He needs the family, he needs the kids, he needs his people, his crew near from him.
Yeah, so if he find a woman who can put up with his craziness, this is the kind of guy is gonna settle. Believe it or not, this is a domesticated cat in his personal life. If you can put with all the craziness and you don't take it personal, if you have a thick skin, this is the best marriage you're gonna have.
Yes. And you know
sounds crazy, but is if you can put out with the craziness and you are having your own life and you're like, okay, I'm going to stay home bearing kids, he's going to be the great husband. He's going to be the provider. Now he's going to be a quantity husband. No, he's going to be a quality husband, but take it. That's the kind of guy.
And you know what? We need to understand one thing here. It's nothing personal. It's not because of you. It's because it's the way that people are. Mm-hmm. It's not something like, they must have something with me. No. It's not personal.
He doesn't try to drive you crazy. He is crazy.
Yes. And I need to take something that's got me crazy. And I know it's the part of the eyebrows, but I need to say it. His business eyebrow, you can see how the tangle hairs he has. Oh my God, it's like you have a lot of cables and they don't have the connections, the volatile personality. It's like, So that's why we talked before, it's not the same impulsive and explosive. It's different. And here we can see how explosive he is in his business side. Yeah.
He's not impulsive. In this case, become really explosive. This dude is going to blow the Hiroshima and Nagasaki all together. So wait for it, because you haven't seen everything about him. So the ears change, the eyebrows change, not only change the shape, it changed the tangleness of the hair. That is what the narcissist study did in 2020. Now, his two eyebrows make a significant change. They were to double shape it again, straight and pointy. So in his personal life and in his business side, he's recalling information and knowing when to gather the information. He become more and more emotional. Now, the shape of the nose, I don't know if he have a nose job was natural. I don't care. I read the face, then I see. And Elba, again, because I say things I don't want to put in your mouth, but I think you're the same. You read the face that you see, not the
you know what? It's not
people want to give you.
Yes, it's not about if you have a surgery or something. It's about what we are seeing in the time. So I don't care if you did something in your face. I just care what I'm seeing in the moment, in real time. That's what I care. I don't care. You don't need to tell me, and it doesn't. It is not going to make a difference in the report that we do, if you do something in your face, because we are not seeing that. We just see the face.
And usually we don't talk about wrinkles, dimples, and because that is a completely new class beside the face reading Bible. He is the one who is going to be checking his Twitter at 3:00 in the morning. Yes. He have those wrinkles around the eye that we call it maniac lines, that is going to be all over the place. It has to do with the eyebrows, the maniac lines, and the smart on his personal side. Now, even though he become really more pessimist on his business side, on his personal side, he's more optimistic, but he have a little more upper lip than before.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be fair to put both. You see, the Cupid bow, he didn't have any Cupid bow.
No, now they pay attention when he talks. Okay, the chin for me is getting me crazy. The chin, how he gets rounded. He talks by the story. He knows how to manipulate. He knows how to get to your feelings, to your emotions. Now in the 50s, he's like, I don't care about it.
The face becomes square. We don't talk a lot about the shape of the face, but he was a round, oval. Actually, no round, oval, meaning that it's a circle like an egg shape, and he went to square, meaning there was earthy, stronger, and more
like
feisty. Yeah,
he's like a bulldog.
I would say if you need to mix two breeds, I would say he's between a Doberman, Bulldog, and Rottweiler. That's this one.
Yes,
I love Rottweilers.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. I they are like no.
Actually, pit bulls. Elon Musk today at the age of over 50 is a mix between a pit bull, Rottweiler, and a Doberman, German Doberman, like the German tall, big Doberman. So that's what Elon Musk is today, based on the shape of the face.
Wow, you can see the mix there. Oh my God.
Yeah. So mouth change, the nose. Can you see the length of the nose? The nose start here on the top of the bridge. You talk the bridge, you see it, and actually, I have a really small nose. People,
me too.
I have a small nose.
Look, my small.
Someone is big. You can see my nose is really small, and my son. I'm thinking, doing, and after that feeling, you're the same.
Yeah. Oh, my small is like this.
Yes, nose.
I don't have small nose.
No, he went actually. It was here the nose, here on the tip, and he went. Oh wow! I would say it grow like 33%.
Yeah, it grows
easy.
That's another change. Easy, yes.
We can see the nose. Another thing, if you're gonna get to Elon Musk, recognize his. Don't criticize him in public. Criticize him private and pride him in public. He had the critical line under the lip. He liked to be recognized, but I would hold with brackets about the critical line, because his assertiveness on his chin and the thicker of the lower lip is get me doubting how much is the critical line or the assertiveness and bulldog chin. Take it to the chin.
There's one thing there, because I was watching a video, an interview with him, and it's true, because it makes coherence. Why? Because when the person were like telling him like, oh yeah, you did a great job, you did this, and he embraced himself like, oh yeah, I'm the big boss here. So yeah. So
to land the plane, because like always we're all over the place.
It's face reading for us, and we want like, okay, we see this. Yeah.
Okay, let's land the plane. Mayors, grab the 3 things that get your attention on the most significant between his 20s and his 50s, and I'm gonna go with the other 3.
His ears.
I knew that. I don't know what even I think that.
His ears. I got crazy with his ears. I like the ears change. I will say the chin. because that's another thing for me that got my attention like crazy. And here, his jaws.
The shape of the face.
Yes, that the three things for me that got my attention is like, wow, it's a huge change. Yes.
I'm gonna go with the eyebrows.
Yes.
The eyebrows, eyebrows, nose, and lips. Nose is one of the most difficult thing. I found out that our students, the most complicated they have is the nose. And let's be honest, Elba and I, we have problems with the noses when we started, and it's still sometimes like, is this a long nose or a big nose? Is it big nostril, small nostril? There are certain topics that we don't teach because I know they are confusing with people who only want to take the class superficially. Elba and I were still doing research in this after so many decades, but I would say, yeah, eyebrows, nose, and lips. You?
Yeah.
Anything
For
else?
me, it's ears, chin, and the shape of the face. It's
The shape of the face.
It's crazy for me.
So
how
we're
he
going to
changed.
do the summary at the end, but we're going to tell you how to get Elon Musk. Where we should talk, Elon Musk heart or Elon Musk business? Let's go and decide what we're going to do in the summary. But if you like or don't this video, help us to get the algorithm. We love all your comments, even if you don't agree, even if you don't agree with the analysis, just be respectful for others. And you know what? It's not fair to have fun by yourself. Elba?
For you. No, share it, and share it. Why? Because it's more fun when you have more people watching and you can have that conversation. So share with your friends, share with your families, share with your coworkers. It's good to be funny.
How you find us? If you are not on the right channel and you just find us by mistake, subscribe going to you, Susan Ibitz, a humanbehaviorlab.com. So we're going to talk features versus personality to land the plane. How we land the plane with Elon Musk.
Okay.
If you want to, okay, do you want to take the business or the personal?
I want to take the business. Ha.
Why? You're such a bitch. Why you leave me with the personal? Why you do that?
Because even of us,
it's not your birthday. It's not your birthday yet.
It's near. It's close. It's close.
Mine is after yours. So you're such a bitch. You're really gonna take the business, leave me with the personal.
Yes, I can help you with the personal.
My nose scratch.
Yeah, but I know that neither of us. It's like go to the.
Okay, go for it. Okay.
Emotional, but I'm going to take this one.
Yeah, take
first.
Advantage. Is your birthday is coming first.
Yes,
I take advantage of that.
First, when you need to talk to him, just don't go around. Just say the things that you need to say. Show.
No, really?
Him,
I'm gonna give you a hard time.
Show him. Go with the bullet points. Show him. You don't need to talk too much. You need to be like, okay, this is the ABC. You can see here what is going to be the result. This. You can see the things here. Now, he maybe can be like crazy and be like explosive, but it's not because of you. It's because the way he processes the information. Now, he's going to be the one that talks in a way that if you like it, it's okay. If you're not, it's okay. So don't get it wrong. Don't get it like, oh, it's something with me. No, it's the way he is. If he doesn't like something, he's going to tell you at the moment. He's not going to wait to tell you the things. And he is the one like, if you have a different positions, don't try to convince him with words. Show him the results. Don't try to convince him with words, because for him it's like going to be like, I don't need you to talk. I just need to see the things. So try to do the things. And if you want him to change, prove him wrong.
I would say from the new generation, they're so sensitive about how people talk to you. One of the reasons that we hire only people over 40s, no offense, is because I think you're the youngest. You and Alma are the youngest on the team, because it's not, you need to move forward. So if you take everything personal and you try to be everything politically correct, you don't need to work with this guy because he doesn't care. Now, why he is who he is, for that reason. I'm not saying it's right. I don't say it's wrong.
No.
We're not presenting our personal information or our personal beliefs. Is what I'm saying is, if you want to work with Elon Musk, if you want to put in your resume, you made a difference learning by him, go work with him. Don't take it personal. Learn as much as you can and move forward. But if you're going to go with your personal feelings, they have so many lawyers and so many people in HR.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to happen anyway. So do not take it personal. Move forward. And always, I have learned by people that it treat me like I wouldn't treat anyone. But guess what? Are the people that I learn the most. Most people who were with Steve Jobs says he was an asshole. But guess what? People who were under his thumb and learned by him today are extremely successful. As it's easy to work with someone like him or other people that you admire, then do a PhD. Why? Let me tell you something. College and certain careers are disappearing. You learn by your mentor, be mentored, and be helped by people who knows more than you are. Now, you want to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer. Those things cannot be substitute the formal education. But things like we ask, let's be clear, sociology, psychology, and philosophy are pseudoscience, the same way as behavioral, body language, face reading, we put it out there. They're all pseudoscience, and we are okay with that. It's not a problem. But we come into application, you cannot have a traditional title, but we need to hire someone. We're going to look in your street smart skill, IQ skill, and the way to adapt. And that's what he's looking for. Take it or leave it.
And you know what? And it's true, because it's the way you need to get the things done. And for him, it's like that. Just give me the things. Just do your thing. And that's it. Don't. It's funny because, and like you said, the new generations are like so sensitive with this. And you know what? It's not something against you. It's the way the person is. So just do the things that you need to do.
Take it or leave it.
During the process, because I'm agree with that, because I remember when I was in college, and I remember that I learned more with my teachers, with the tough ones, than with the others. And it's true. You learn more.
And if you like it simple, you want to be working together.
Yes. Yes, I know that.
I
don't like simple things.
How many times says, honey, this is tough love, but you know I do it because I love you. And she says, punch me in the face.
I like it.
Get it on the chin.
It's the best way to learn. And we talked once, I remember, and you told me, when you feel it in your skin, that's when you learn. That's the way that you learn. And that's when you're feeling like, okay, I can feel it. I know it. I get it. Let's go for it.
I know, honey. That's the reason we love each other, because you do the same with me.
Yes.
Okay, bitch, you let me with the personal. Let's go for it. I'm going to okay, you see? If you're looking for a traditional husband, this is going to be a traditional husband. No. What is not going to be traditional is the way they interact. Traditional is meaning that he's going to be with you, he's going to have a family with you, you're going to take care of the family, you want the white picket fence and stay home with babies. This is the guy. No. It's going to be the traditional way you handle your everyday. No, it's not going to be. Is a hardcore person. He's going to treat you like one of the employees. He's going to be hard with you. He's going to push you to be better. Is not going to accept excuses for the things they need to get done. So get your points together. So if you're in between 30 and 35, 38, and still want to have babies and you're kind of attractive, look for the pattern. He like a skinny, tall, and bitchy. He doesn't like nice girls. No, it's not going to happen.
No.
If you're nice women never make history, that's the kind of guy who's going to look for a badass. If you're a badass, but still want to have a traditional family, this is the guy. He's going to be all over the place. It's never going to be a dull day with him. He's visual. He get stimulated, so get playful. That's the way you're going to head to him. He's on a period of his life where he's more optimistic about relationship and personal relationship need to the heart, to the point that kind of contempt. So I don't know if he doesn't already have somebody who fulfill his life. Doesn't mean they need to be public. Now, he's going to be a bulldog when you talk. It's not going to be a sweetheart. Maybe he's not going to bring you 2 dozen of roses and he's going to tell you I love you on words. He's going to do it in another way. So if you're willing to do that and you're willing to be in his life in that way, great. And it's happened one time when he says, okay, he's the kind of partner that if you need to hide the body at 2:00 in the morning, he's going to show up there. He's going to give you a hard time after, but he's going to be that kind of person. Elba?
Yes. Yes. I think it's something here. When we talk about traditions, it doesn't mean that it's going to be in everything. Like you said, he needs the family, he needs the stereotype, the things, but he's going to be different. And you know what? One thing that I like from him here in his personal side, he's going to push you to make you better.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Sometimes we need that from a partner.
Oh, yeah, we do need that.
So I think that's a good thing. And I appreciate that from him, because it will be like, okay, you need to be better. You need, and that push to you is like, okay, I'm going to bring everything. I'm going to put everything to be better. But it's because of you, not from him. Because he is what he is right now.
Yeah.
But he needs someone that can pull out with that too.
I need someone to pull out with my hair. What is going with that? Okay. Yeah, my hair is going crazy. So if somebody want to contact you, my love, where they can find you to know more about face reading in Spanish or in English in Latin America?
Yeah, I can manage the two languages. So you can go to elva@humanbehaviorlab.com, and to you, Susan.
You can go to susan@humanbehaviorlab.com too. You can agree or disagree with Elon Musk, but at least you have a better GPS to his brain and his thoughts and how he's such a different person. I would love to have the people that we did the profile for Elon Musk a couple of years ago. They don't working with him anymore. Actually, they ended up being so successful, they ended up going to another team. They're not working with him, but I would love to know what in his 50s, how he is. I have
me too.
I would put my right hand to the guillotine that his personal life is completely different his business life, and he having a lot of fun on his personal. Now I would love to know why. You?
Yeah, me too. And you know what? Why I love face reading, because you can know about a person, you can know a lot of things about a person, and you know how to communicate with them. Because at the end of the day, we need to be clear of one thing. We incorporate, process, and communicate the information in a different way. So when you know how to do that, your communication is going to be better.
So this is when a little GPS of what's going on the media. Elon Musk has been in every freaking news outlet. Like it or hate it, that's the way he is. Information is power, the power to communicate better with others. Remember, talk to others how they need to be talked, not how you need to be talked. That's the way successful people make business. Love, we see you next week.
See you the next week.
By the way, we have 2 new challenges. Besides the face reading that we have the challenge about manipulation, and the classes starting December 12th. Go down there and get registered. The manipulation challenge is for free. Next week, we have a surprise about brainwashing. We're going to be talking about that if nothing else happened on the media.
Yes.
Those, see you.
Yeah.